still going. You know what I mean? So I still have to work to get on his wheel. And when I get on his wheel, there was no time to recover. I still have to work to stay on his wheel. And I love that. He didn't make it easy for me at all. And I certainly didn't make it easy for me either. And I said, I was motivated. You know what I mean? I was motivated when I realized that, yes, I'm going to get a podium. But the burning question is, can I actually beat him? You know, can I actually out sprint him? Because I know I don't have no sprint left in the leg. And this guy is still going. He was determined to drop me. I guess he saw me coming. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kawisi and I'm the Cycling Minister. It's a privilege to have you here today. Thank you for the like, comment, subscribe, and the share. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're the regular, welcome back. So today I just want to have a quick recap and reminiscing on my victory the other day. This was the victory. I won't keep it for long. I just want to run through how I won this race. First, I also want to say thanks to my DS Tony, who was in the comment while I was doing this race live to help me on this race. You know, I came in this race in a hush, in a hurry. As you can see, my headband wasn't proper on my head because I wanted to ride outside, but at last minute I said, let me jump into this race. I didn't even get enough time to warm up. And I was surprised that I was able to end with the victory and finish this race in first place. Anyway, let's talk you through the race. We're just going to talk you through the first climb and the second climb and the second climb, which included the last 2 miles. You know, not much to see in between because, you know, it was pretty chill. But anyway, let's jump straight into it. So, take a sip. So yeah, here we go for the first climb up on the list point. Not much was happening in the race. We're 9 miles in. As you can see, the average power is pretty average, 244 watts. Feeling good, even though as I said it was a last minute thing. Legs are still feeling okay. On this climb, you still have to draft because drafting still works, and sometimes I do find myself, you know, out in the wind, and I still need to work on my tactics. You know, I need to be more tactical. I need to work on my position and not try to expose myself in the wind, so I can still, you know, conserve some energy for later on in the race. Luckily, I have Tony. Thanks to Tony, he was doing the DS. You know, he was encouraging me, telling me about the position.
I want to stay around here, so if anyone decides to bridge over to that guy, I can jump on their wheel. Maybe we can work together.
Yeah, I just paused a bit because I don't want to talk over myself, because I did speak a little bit while I was riding. Was telling me about my tactics. But as I said, thanks to Tony, who was helping me to position. And sometimes I feel like I want to go. You know, sometimes you feel strong, but it's good for you to know that, okay, there's a big group. You need to ride smart and don't expose yourself and don't burn too much energy. It's about saving as much energy. It's about finishing the race with as less watt as possible. That's the whole point. Is not to put out maximum watts. It's to, you know, be in the best position, saving watts, and at the end, win with as little watt as possible. But yeah, so even though I didn't want to expose myself, I did drop back. But the thing is, you don't want to drop back too far, just in case there's an attack. You want to be in a position so you can be able to react to that attack, if you know what I mean. You know, so if somebody decides to go, if a group decides to go off the front, you know, if it's one person, it's okay. You know what I mean? Because there's still 5 point something miles to go. You know, we're coming up the top of this climb. In my head, I know if I keep pushing, stay within, then all of us will be able to recover on the descent. There's one guy, you know, heading off the front. There's no need to panic because there's a descent coming up and there's a climb coming up, so we don't need to go crazy and chase him down as much as though we feel like, okay, he's getting away. There's about 2 or even 3 up there, but the group is big enough, you know, and I'm sure by the time we come to the next climb, hopefully we'll regroup. Things doesn't always go according to plan, but not because things are going to plan, it doesn't mean that you should immediately throw your plans out the window. So I'm still sticking there. I moved to the front just in case, you know, anyone want to go to cover that. I can go with them, because sometimes some of them might go to cover it and end up form a group,
I'm
and
definitely
they're right off
gonna save my
together.
feather. I'm at the top. So
Yeah, so I came up to the top. I didn't use my feather, so I said I don't really need it. Maybe I could have used it, make it lighter, push out less watt, and
alright.
yeah. So now we're at the top. It's time to descend. I'm going to take us straight into
Time to
the next climb.
recover.
So 12.8 miles in 2.5 miles to go. We are all together. Everybody recover. We regroup. We are about to hit the hills coming up. I still got my plan, still got my strategy.
Longer than the first one.
So as mentioned, the last climb coming up does it longer and steeper than the first one.
So
but
just one go, let it go, right? Because it's only one.
At this point, I was talking to Tony, because he done this course before.
But if it's 2 or 3, jump on the wheel.
So yeah, that's the plan. So yeah, we're coming into the base of this climb. There has been no attack so far. We are all still together, but I figure more than less that the lighter guys might have a go here and try to see if they can shake out a few legs. But yeah, I was up for it at this point. I felt good. My heart rate stable at the moment, even though it's gonna go sky high. And yeah, I felt good. My aim here is just to cover any move, any attacks, any break, because it's too late. It's too late in the race for you to allow any break to go. So any move, excuse me, any move, I'm ready to cover it. At the same time, I'm still reminding myself, so much thing to focus on. I'm still reminding myself that, okay, then you have a feather, use it at the right time, and also keep your position, not too much at the front, not too far at the back. And again, big up Tony, thanks to Tony for keeping me in check, and he was messaging me while I was live. He was commenting on the live video about my position, and just encouraging me. And I like the cycling community. I love that we can come together and we can help each other. And if there's anything that I did wrong, anything that I can do better, because I want to better myself, of course, drop it in the comment. Anyway, there's a slight little flat section coming here, just a bit of time to recover, just to catch your breath and ready for the final push over the hill. But like I said, I'm not a climber. I'm more of a steady effort guy. I'm 70.5 kg. That's what, 54, 55, 155 pounds. So I'm not really heavy and I'm not really light. I'm right in between. However, I need to work on my sprinting. I need to work on everything. The main thing is I love cycling, I enjoy cycling. Cycling is my passion. I do like video editing as well. So this is secondary. I also put these videos up as to document my rides, so later on I can look at them. Even now, sometimes I like to sit and just watch my whole ride. But anyway, there's a guy who is off the front, and as I said, it's too late now for me to let anyone to go. So I try to get on his wheel, but I try not to exert too much energy, because I'm saying that if he's a strong guy, if I caught up to him, then if he's gonna sprint, I know I don't have no sprint in the leg. You know what I mean? So I have to time my effort very well. Also, you see, I use my feather just to help me to catch up to this guy up front. I was looking around, as you can see, I'm 4 seconds ahead. No one decided to come with me. I'm not sure if they were late to react or if they got nothing left in their legs, but I decided, okay then, I'm gonna catch up to this guy. Hopefully I can get a podium. At this point, I still didn't confident of getting the win. After getting the win, here I had to get out the saddle. There's no point me lingering in between and not getting that aero draft benefit. So might as well I exert, put up some extra power, some extra watt just to get on his wheel, and then I can relax and save, not necessarily relax, but save some energy. So you don't want to take too long to close the gap, and you don't want to close it too quickly and then expand so much energy. And when you catch him or her, they accelerate again, and you still have no time to recover. But right here, you can see he put in a dig. You realize that I was coming, so I still have to stay under power. 4 point something, I think 5 watts per kilo just to get on his wheel. I look behind, my lead is extending. Our lead is now extending, so I'm feeling chuffed, I'm feeling motivated because I said, okay, less than 1 mile to go. Surely it's between me and him, but he's still going. You know what I mean? So I still have to work to get on his wheel, and when I get on his wheel, there was no time to recover. I still have to work to stay on his wheel. And I love that. He didn't make it easy for me at all. And I certainly didn't make it easy for him either. And I said, I was motivated. You know what I mean? I was motivated when I realized that, yes, I'm going to get a podium. But the burning question is, can I actually beat him? Can I actually out sprint him? Because I know I don't have no sprint left in the leg. And this guy is still going. He was determined to drop me. I guess he saw me coming, because obviously I still have to put out 5 point something 6 watt per kilo. I'm still in that position best for that era drafting boots. I'm still lingering afar off. Look, he's putting out 4 points. He's putting out 4 point something watts per kilo. He's trying to distance me. I think that he's thinking that, okay, then he's not a sprinter. Maybe he thinks that I'm a sprinter, so he's thinking that if he can distance me, maybe he can have the win all for himself. But trust me, you have another thing coming, because I'm thinking the same. I'm not a sprinter, but anyway, I caught up to him, and here I am getting ready for the sprint. I passed and went around him. I realized I got nothing left in his leg. He didn't go for the sprint, so I said, yes, this one is mine today. He didn't have nothing left in his legs, and I'm pretty chuffed. I'm pretty chuffed with this win. 3.6 watt per kilo, 253 watts.
Thank you.
As I said,
Thank you.
the aim of the game, of this race, I used to race wrongly, incorrectly, with no tactics. The aim of the race is not to produce as much watt as possible, is to produce as little watt as possible. Anyway, if I get to this far of the video, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. And I will see you in the next one. Cheers. Salute.